Hello, Sagittarius, to another timeless, the love variant reading where anything that wants to be discussed in regards to love that wants to show up will be discussed. It can be about being single, karmic, divine, partnered up, polyamory, marriage, divorce, you name it, okay? Please bear in mind a few things before we get started with your reading. If you're Sagittarius and Sun rising enter Jupiter, you may be in search of universal justice that this reading will definitely provide. However, if you're here for Sagittarius being in your Moon, Mercury, or even Venus position, you may be in search of emotional redemption without even knowing. And so please check out the description box below to get to my sister channel, where some of the content over there could assist you as well. I look forward to possibly having you subscribe to both of my channels if you haven't done so already. And overall, just seeing whether or not you'd like to take your intuition and work with me in regards to any type of tarot services or remote healing sessions, for I am master of 𝗖𝘀𝗵𝗺, first of its kind form of universal galactic Reiki. Information can be all found in the description box below. All right, Sagittarius, let's get to it. So, no intro, just cards? Interesting. Okay, all right. Just cards. I'm going right into it. Okay. She wants me to look at this mess. Give me 1 second. Let's go. We have 10 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 2 of Wands, and Justice. So right off the bat, we're seeing that you are making a mockery of your recent successes. I feel like some of you have taken or robbed a person from someone else, all right? You may have been the third wheel, let's put it that way, and now you're seeking universal justice for the things that are proprieting from that. Were you always just trying to follow your intuition? Yes. Did you mean harm? Yes, because you knew that in the realm of squeezing yourself and putting yourself in the middle, it would cause chaos. So you saw that already. You know that you're emotionally mature enough to see that have happened. There's certain synchronicities of synchronized numbers you've seen to perpetuate the fear and the internal guiltiness that you feel or regrets about a certain topic. That is in the way of emotional redemption and in the way of emotional salvation. 222 is one of them. If you're seeing synchronicities and they're in tune with a negative mindset of something, it's about definitely needing to face your fears so that Ether can understand the decisions that you've made, besides while knowing it probably wasn't the best option to go with, but you decided to go with them anyway because that was the easy route. You chose the fast lane. So Ether is permitting this fast lane, but along with it are a lot of lessons to learn. And since you put yourself in this position, you need to be able to learn about these, but all of these. We have the Knight of Swords, with the Ether putting you in a position of feeling, again, the lessons, the choices that you've made that weaseled having someone else leave their family, leave a former relationship, leave a connection, and pretty much gaslight someone else. And you kind of like force this narrative to happen. Okay, yeah, you forced this narrative to happen because you wanted something. You wanted an easy way. You saw something and you knew that if you had a lick of that, it would expedite your spiritual journey. Look at that with the Chariot here as well. All right, the Hierophant here again. The Hierophant reminds me here of the initial quest why she wanted me to just take these chunks of cards that fell out. You're trying to have Ether bless the ceremony of the connection that you forced into the narrative of your life. You're trying to make sense of this connection. You're trying to bring reason to this connection. Bringing sense and reason to a connection confirms to Ether that this is a karmic connection. Because even if this wasn't soulmate material, you wouldn't be doing half as much work as you're doing behind closed doors to make this relationship stick. Because there's a lot of ritual work that you're doing. A lot. This person is doing a lot, and this is your energy, Sagittarius, so it's tied to you. Virgo. You got in between a Virgo relationship. You sure did. Somehow, some way. Some way, somehow. Some way, somehow. Alright, and now you're paying the cost because, well, it all plays with intuition. You wanted to fast track intuition, so intuition is fast tracking everything that came up to that point and having to fast track that. Now it's about getting to the kinks and the details, making sure that everything holds up. And it's going to come with some problems. But you knew that already. So, what's the problem? What's the problem, Sagittarius? That was in more ways than one, the intro. Sagittarius. You're learning how to pay for the mistakes that you've made. You're learning how to take the victory of what's still standing and protect that of which it is that you need to protect. Whether it now means you have children to protect and make life make sense to them due to your choices, you'll get to work. The narrative of being partnered up with an individual that you share, that you now need to force a stable emotional connection with because you forced this relationship to happen, is going to test the limits spiritually and how much you're showing up to fixing the situation, because this person has regrets. But they realize choosing you and mocking the relationship with you means they can no longer face their past. It's over and done with. And for that, you feel very victorious, because for that, you feel that all the ritual work to get to the symbolism of your work, which is this person in front of you and in your bed, you won and you feel secure and devoted to. But let's not forget, you manipulated everything of ether to have that. And now that it's right in front of you, you don't feel in peace. You don't. You feel victorious, but you don't feel peace. So the element of surprise is how you're going to keep up your own dignity, your own integrity as you move on in life with the decisions that you've made, with everything that's coming from this decision too. This could be children, this could be family, this could be putting yourself in a situation with this individual that is now forcing that individual to be connected with you. So that's why I see children being of that, because you forced it to happen. It's like, I feel like somebody forced themselves to get pregnant by someone, to rip them apart from someone else that they didn't have a baby with yet. That's how fucked up this energy is. So is this divine? Fuck no, this is not divine. It can't fucking be. You saw all those major arcana trying to weasel you into a great position in life because it's trying to convince you you have security. You already know this fucking security. You're Sagittarius. You came to this energy knowing exactly what you're capable of in the high priestess power of which it is that you are, or even surrender to yourself to exist out there for yourself. For that, you got it. You got it going on. You understand you can be in the surface level of anything chaotic and still remain breathing while you're still in the tsunami of shit. That's that Six of Swords energy. Because you're learning that if you just stay afloat, if you just survive in breathing, then you can survive any fucking storm that comes. Your connection to ether and your culture and all the things that you've learned with ritualizing your culture into manipulating law of attraction, law of manifestation has worked for your benefit. So you do not have the right to be upset with what it is that you're manifesting. You don't. And are you really complaining? No. There is no card that says you're really complaining. That is true. But that's not the reason why I'm saying that. Why you're here listening to this reading. We have the Knight of Wands. Somebody's good was just too good, and you needed to be a part of that. All right, you needed to be a part of that good. So you weaseled yourself in accepting that good old penetration so that you can be locked and loaded. And because you're also good in the bedroom. You're good. You're good at getting money. This is a business transaction, a business relationship, and you guys trying to mix it for the fire and water connection that you are. Because there is passion between you guys. But politically, it doesn't make sense how you guys got together. And that is something for you to kind of figure out and convince the rest of Earth that sees you together, make it make sense. Because whatever y'all each had former made more sense, but you decided to not stick with that narrative. Look at that. You decided not to stick with that fucking narrative. 3 of Swords energy. Fuck me. Oh, fuck. Look at that. Look at that. Someone took a leap of faith to something else, and doing so brought injury to the cause. They were always broken. That's why this happened. They were always broken. All right, the person that they were with before, including yourself, Sagittarius, didn't have anything to do with the broken mess that you and the other person that is kind of mirroring your life right now both share. Not to be that ignorant, but it's just a case. You wanted to learn your lessons with being partnered up. So this is what's happening to you right now. You're being bound with that opportunity until you understand what you have done to be a co-proprietor of the injustice to your life and the justices to your life. The light and dark magic that is existing of the whole of earthly plane in the galaxy. It's not no light worshipping. It's not no dark worshipping. And make one dark side manifest the shit in the light, and the shit in the light keep shit the secret in the dark. No, it's a culmination of both. You can't not get rid of it. Get rid of it. And, well, you just won't get rid of it. How many lifetimes you will need in this next 25,000 years of the Yuga cycle to understand that fucking narrative. You just made it more intense for yourself. But you're allowed to, because your ego allows you to do whatever the fuck you want to do. You have the right to that sovereignty. You have a right to make whatever choices you want to make, but ultimately it also always will lead to consequences, and always also can lead to salvation. Up to your own doing, up to your own making, up to your own design. So like I said, you're trying to have this all make sense because, you know, in your heart of hearts, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't fit the fantasyism that you always had. It doesn't. All right. But in all shits and pretense and purposes on how the culture allows you to manifest your life around you to make sense of the birds and the bees and the flowers and the trees, you're going to accept the powers that you and your culture and your DNA are capable of making. So you're not hiding from that at all. It makes the alchemist of who you are the real fucking deal. And that's how also people are attracted to you. That's how people can go in your bedroom and be naked and share that nakedness with you. However you get them is however you get them. That is up to you and up to your benefit or up to your own downfall. It's whatever you accept of that fucking narrative. Truly. Truly. Is it bad? No. Is it good? No. It's whatever is you and whatever is for you and whatever. You want it, it's yours. The problem is that you wanted drama out of the situation and it never fucking came. And it bothers the shit out of you. Ether's quiet. Ether's quiet. The person that you took an individual from, you want to respect so much because you would never be able to do that, is not cause drama. Sorry to say that, Sagittarius, but it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Okay. But this person that you did this to knew that you didn't do it to this person. You saved this person because now you carry this fucking mess. You carry this fucking mess. But look at the mess that you have, Sagittarius. Are you mad about it? Absolutely fucking not. Stop pretending that you are, because you keep looking for drama that doesn't make sense. You already have your prize. So go with it. Go with it. And whatever you need to sacrifice in order for that shit to stick because you wanted it so bad, then work on it as bad as you want it. Work on it. I mean, hello. Knight of Cups. Work on it. Drama in the helizzles. The relationship ship. The sailor. New influences, a wanderlust. Look at that fucking card. Yeah, you wanted to expedite your journey. You wanted to be Moses and clear all the gutter of the water away from you so you can walk on earth from the destination that you needed to be. And the ether gave you that with no fucking problem. You swept yourself into somebody else's home, the mind, the heart, spiritual connection, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that the other individual had with the person that you are now with. And you are thinking you're the mighty one. Because some of y'all also have kids from this individual. So y'all thinking you're on top with a legacy. The DNA. But there's a bigger narrative to this thing that cancels everything out. Either don't give a shit about your hue, your religion, your DNA, your color, your culture. She gives a shit about the lighter frequency that you vibe with. That's it. That's it. And the more you realize, and whatever good graciousness you are on your destined path, and how good it is, and how vicious some of those vices come along with it, you realize the more you still are remaining the captain of your ship, the more life will make sense to you. But this time, this ship, you didn't actually drive on your own. You had someone else, the ether, drive it for you. And you don't know how to be a captain of that ship just yet. So the ether has to expedite all those lessons until you fucking get it. So don't worry about it, Sagittarius. Universal justice is a bitch. Is a fucking bitch. It's a fucking bitch. It really is. But you knew it already. So can we move right along? Sure we can. Because fuck the feelings at the end of the day, right? Whatever happened to get what it is that you want also required to say at one point to somebody else, fuck you and your feelings. So, fuck feelings. The poet, relationships and vulnerability. Like I said, the relationship ship. And now you get to talk about it. Now you get to be the poet. You were involved in a story. But you think you making yourself involved in the story is the story. And you don't even know. You just don't even know. We're going to keep it at that. Because we're just going to keep it at that. The puppeteer, explanations and apologies. I mean, yeah, hello. You meddled into something that wasn't your fucking business. But because you are allowed to know about the business and keep people are... I mean, I'm just... Some of y'all are a little bit ghetto-minded. This isn't about any kind of philosophy or political structure. I'm talking about make the shit in your mind make sense to the reality that you say it is or isn't in your favor. Because it's not gonna... You can't come up with any fucking excuses anymore. You can't manifest the shit that you want, get the shit in your fucking lap, and then hate the shit that's on your lap because it doesn't answer to your beck and call anymore. You can't do that to your partner. You can't control your partner just because now this partner has no option but to be with you. You kind of secured that in that security. Even if you're no longer with this person, you rob them from their potential. Okay? You did. It's that crazy. And for that, you owe explanations. And for that, you owe apologies. But those people that you owe them to, or the situation that you owe them to, they don't need it. They've developed their own closure. But you still have to explain and you still have to apologize. But you're doing it to ether. And the lessons, it hits the mile markers of your personal life until it makes sense. So is there anything wrong? No, Sagittarius, live your life. Do your thing. But don't mix apples and oranges when you're not trying to create a fruit salad. The Smith, overthinking, taking action. Don't mix apples and oranges if you're not ready to make a fruit salad. I mean, get to work. You're overthinking it. Take action. You have certain regrets. You do. You do have regrets, but you're growing. And that's ultimately all that ether can ask of you at this time is to grow. All right? It's not about you holding on to the fact that you have regrets or that you truly need to even give somebody an apology. It is a theory in the making that if it resonates, maybe you need to apologize. Just apologize. You know, say it out loud, feel it, believe in it. And then maybe that energy can ricochet into the connections that you obliterated. All right, because you were the King of Wands energy, and you were the intruder. You were. And it's okay. Ether wanted you to be. Look at that with the Star card. Like I said, it's okay. You got what you wanted. Now the drama that comes along with it, you have to accept. You got what you wanted. Period. Is it divine? Fuck no. Sorry to be that curt, but it's not fucking divine. You manipulated the shit out of it to get this, so it's not divine. You tried to expedite something. So, no, it's not divine. It's karmic. But is it fulfilling? Sure. But fulfilling with shit, which you also accept because you wanted this. So what's the problem? It's because, again, fucking Virgo energy, shit. Because, well, what's the problem? The problem is that you weaseled your way into the situation that wasn't your position to weasel yourself into. Because your ego isn't the rule maker or breaker in this life. It's what's hidden behind it. And you had to viciously learn that about yourself. So whatever you expedited comes with expedited lessons. So don't be upset. Don't be mad. Don't add chaos to the flame when you know you were the perpetrator of making this flame exist in the first place. Swallow it up, suck it up, handle it. Get down to business. Get shit done. Show up. Yeah, show up, get things done, be the fool. Understand where you have gone wrong, where you could go right, where you can go left and right. You know, 2 rights don't make a wrong, 2 lefts don't make a right. Like, there is no right or wrong way. But whatever you've been feeling to last this long in this reading is to accept that we're going to accept that there was a downfall that you're not proud of. So get up, live your life, and do the shit all over again with the choices that you would have chosen to do differently if that really is something that you care about. But I have a feeling deep down inside, you really don't give a shit. The King of Wands don't give a fuck. It doesn't mean you don't have a lot of feelings, though. But you just don't give a fuck with what happens with what it is that you want, which is also your sovereign right. Okay? See the contradictions in this shit? Anyway, we're going to leave the messages where they are. Again, if you'd like any of my services, please check out the description box below for both of my channels, for any of my tarot, remote healing sessions, whatever you may desire. All right? I'm looking forward to making these connections that we've already established. And may you have a wonderful morning, noon, or night, wherever you are in the ether of this time and space. May you keep flowing, growing, and glowing. Take care.